Hello everybody, hope you're all well. Today's video is a what I bought this week video, and all the items I have with me today are all beauty related. Some of them are relatively new releases, some of them are just simply new to me, some of them are just repurchases, but if you're interested in that kind of video, then please keep on watching. I'm gonna start with skincare and the boring stuff just to get those out of the way. This is definitely not a new item. This is a repurchase. I use it for almost a year now and I always keep a backup in my drawer. And I'm talking about no other than the Ambient Anti-Reserve Jour Moisturizer. This has a SPF 20 in it, and if you've been watching this channel for a while, then you would know that I am someone that has extremely sensitive skin and extremely dry skin. And I have also rosacea, and this is my lifesaver. As I said, I use it every single day. It has a light green tint into it, and I know the first time you apply it on your fingers it seems a little bit daunting, but apparently green is to counteract the redness in your face. This is one of the only daily moisturizers that don't irritate my skin, and it helps soothe it when it's really dry, but also take down the redness a notch. So if you're someone that you have sensitive skin or you suffer with rosacea, I would strongly recommend trying this one out. Staying with the skincare theme, the next item that I would like to share with you guys is this Body Shop hand cream. This is the shea butter one, and I have to say I hadn't been into a Body Shop for years and years. I don't know what happened when I was a teenager. I used to shop in Body Shop all the bloody time. I used to pop in there and buy their perfumes, their creams, their lip balms, everything. But the last years I don't shop there anymore. Actually, I haven't shopped anything from them in, I want to say, almost a decade. But I was casually strolling one day with my husband, and I just saw that they had a 40% off their hand creams, and I just remember how good their hand creams were. This is the classic sea scent. They're quite rich, but they do really work. Moving on, I have an amazing SPF that I would like to share with you guys. Since spring is officially here, I went out and bought myself the Clinique City Block SPF, actually the Super City Block SPF. Be aware that this is slightly tinted, so it acts as a really nice base if you want to apply your makeup or your tinted moisturizer on top of it. I used it yesterday for the first time, and I have to say I was really impressed because A, it didn't feel greasy at all, and B, it didn't break me out, and C, because my foundation applied really well on top of it. There are a couple of variations in terms of the percentage of the SPF. I went with the SPF 40, which is the highest I think they do, just because I want to take extra care of my skin, and as someone that has rosacea, direct exposure into the sun is a definite no-no. Okay, on into makeup and into some more interesting stuff. The first thing I bought makeup wise is this Laura Mercier tinted moisturizer, which has again SPF 20 in it. You know that I'm someone that I like a really sheer to maximum and medium coverage foundation when it comes to the warmer months of the year, and the Giorgio Armani Maestro Glow has been one of my favorite foundations so far, just because it's very lightweight, very sheer and very dewy. But I've recently run out of that one, and I've heard someone that it has been discontinued or is about to be discontinued, so I thought I should try something else. And I've heard really good things about the Laura Mercier one. As you can see, it's still in its box, so I haven't used it just yet. This is how it looks like. It doesn't come with a pump, it's just a simple tube. And I think a tinted moisturizer generally, when you are on the go and you just want to even out your skin tone without adding too much coverage, just for a natural makeup day, is ideal. And yeah, I'm really curious to try that one out. I will keep you posted on whether I like it or not. Just for reference, I did get this one in the color fawn, so if you're someone that has similar skin tone to me, then maybe fawn is a good option for you. Okay, next up I bought 2 nail products, and I have to say I'm not usually one that will go and buy a lot of nail products, just because I always tend to have my nails professionally done, so I don't tend to buy a lot of products at home. However, I have heard incredible things about these 2 products right here. These are both from Akron Boutique, London. The first one, the pink one, it's a beautiful cuticle peeling which you use before you do your manicure at home, and basically all you do is you just apply it in the base of your nail bed where your cuticles are, and it's just basically eats them away. So yeah, you need to have your nails clear when you apply this one, but it's really good and it really works, so I would strongly recommend it. This one, the gold one, is called Precious Gold Serum, and it's a serum that you can use on your nails every single day, regardless of whether you have a color or not. And this is an incredible serum to maintain, but also to moisturize your nail beds. So if you are someone that you are suffering from thin nails, this is excellent to use on a daily basis, and both of them you could use on your toes as well. This one has also anti-inflammatory aspects, so it's good to use it as a prevention item. But yeah, so far I really like these 2. I would strongly recommend them, and as with all the items, I will leave everything linked into the description box down below, so if you're interested in getting any of these, just go and check the link down below. Okay, next up I made a cheeky little purchase, and I did get myself the new Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette. Now this one is supposed to be a neutral kind of palette, so it's much more muted than, let's say, the Anastasia Subculture palette or the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. It comes in the typical soft velvety Anastasia packaging with a big mirror, and just look at the colors here. They are gorgeous, and I'm so looking forward into start playing and experiment with those colors. What really drew me into this palette, I mean, apart from the fact that you have an array of colors to play with, is the different textures these shadows have, and I think that's what makes generally the Anastasia palette stand out from every other palette that comes out. I mean, you have your typical matte shadows, you have some that they seem like semi-matte, and then you have your shimmers, you have your glitters, and then you have shadows like this one right here, which is called Sultry, which is like a straight up pressed glitter that looks absolutely fantastic. As all the other palettes, comes with the Anastasia brush, and yeah, as I said, super excited about this baby right here. Moving on into an item that was a repurchase for me, and this is no other than the Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil. This one, if you're watching this channel, you will know that I have been using for quite some time now, and I really like it. I bought it in the color 4. Sorry, excuse me, I'm just trying to get it out. I bought it in the color 4 because I think that's the best color match for my skin tone, because it comes with a spoolie on one end, and then you have a big thick triangle almost kind of pencil. I know that a lot of people do not prefer these kind of pencils just because they can be quite thick, but because my brows are quite sparse, I do prefer those because I can fill my brows fairly quickly, and I can just go over with a nice brow gel and I'm done without spending too much time on them. I do really like the really fine pointy ones, but that's very rare for me to use just because, as I explained, my brows are quite sparse. So I literally just ran out of my my other one today when I was doing my makeup for this video, you guys, so it's a really good thing I repurchased this one. Okay, moving on into a pressed powder. And lately I have stopped powdering. I was powdering a lot during the whole of winter, but then my skin reached a point where it was literally so dry that it was like cracking and flaking, and I was like, literally there's no point for me to powder because, you know, my foundation is not going to become dewy or greasy or anything like that. And I do use the Mercier loose powder. I like that one, but I haven't bought a pressed powder for quite some time now. I remember back in the day I used to use a Chanel one from ABH, but yeah, this powder has been long gone, so I was looking to buy another good pressed powder, and I did end up ordering the Hourglass Ambient light powder, just because these are not completely matte powders. They tend to give a little bit of luminosity into your skin, and I went for the color diffused light. And when I opened this for the first time, it did sit a little bit daunting because of how light it is. But as I read into the website, you should not try and match your skin tone to the powder, but you should try and see what kind of effect you would like to have according to what the powder provides. So I thought that the diffused light would be a really nice option for me to use all over the face with a fluffy brush and not set my foundation, because as I said, my skin is very dry, so it doesn't need any setting. But on the days where I feel that, you know, my skin is extra dry, I could use this one all over the place just to add a little bit extra shine into it without being too much shiny, if you know what I mean. So I'll see. I did use it today before this video and it seems a-okay for the time being, but I'm really curious to try it out a little bit more and see how that one performs. And last but definitely not least, I did buy myself a MAC brush cleanser just because I am lazy. I admit it, I am lazy. When it comes to cleaning my brushes, there's nothing worse when you honestly want to do your makeup and your brushes they're like so dirty that you sit there and wonder, really, what's the point? Like, this brush has so much shadow on it that whatever shadow I apply, unless it's like dark, it won't show on my lids. So obviously I do wash my brushes every like couple of weeks, but if you want to do it on a weekly basis, it's like a pain in the ass, believe me. So I went into MAC and I asked for their cleanser because it's so much easier to cleanse your brush with something like this. Obviously the cleanse is not as deep as you would normally cleanse your brushes with water and soap, but yet again it kills all the bacteria, it smells nice, and the brushes dry so much faster than when you like wash them with water and soap and then let them dry, and then takes like for them 12 hours for them to dry. Whereas this one, you just use it on a piece of tissue, rinse your brushes like this, and then within a couple of minutes they're all dry and ready to use. So I would really recommend this one if you are someone lazy like me, or if you're someone that simply don't have the time to sit all day and wash brushes. So yeah, that was it. That was the last item, the MAC brush cleanser. So that was everything for me, you guys. That is everything I bought this week, and I have to say my bank account doesn't really like me that much right now. But what can I say? All the items I really needed or I was really excited about. So I was like, literally could not resist buying them. So if you like this video, as always, don't forget to give it a good old thumbs up, and don't forget to click that subscribe button down below. Thank you very much for watching. I love you all, and I'm gonna see you very soon with another video. Bye, you guys.